and welcome to the first women's semi-final of the evening here at Lakelands. At 6:30 we have the second semi-final, but first up we have first versus fourth on the ladder. The West Coast Cobras up against South Perth Alliance. What a matchup this is going to be. Both sides taking swings at each other throughout the regular season. West Coast Cobras getting one victory, South Perth Alliance beating them the other 2 times. So with both teams coming into it basically full strength. What a match. All of us here spectating and you tuning on the live stream are going to be able to witness the best women's players in the state going head to head. So lining up for South Perth Alliance, Gabrielle Del Busco, number 99, Zoe Spadano, number 12, Camille Harrell, number 6, Beatrice Wan, number 11, Julia Hines Mazzuti, number 23, Thalia Zierot, number 7, Elise Glanfield, number 9, Lauren Constantine, number 15, Lauren Baker, number 48, Kimberly McCartney, number 17, and April Nisent, the number 28, with the coaching staff of Roberto Boy and Milan Rosic. And for the West Coast Cobras, Manon Gabauer in net, the number 20, Crystal Brook, number 22, Tatum Spencer, number 9, EJ Silva, number 8, Sophia Papalia, number 6, Stella Zamponia, number 14, Tessa DeLeo, number 35, Sarah Ranieri, number 3, Gabriella Morby, number 18, and Kim So-Yi, the number 24, with Annie Farrell coaching the side this evening, with Shelby Cochran also out with injury. So she'll be supporting the side from the benches. We now have our first whistle and we're underway. We're closer to the West Coast Cobras bench and they seem up for this contest. Their men's side got a huge victory last night in the semi-final. So a win here for the women would bookmark back-to-back top flight West Coast Cobras finals next weekend on our Saturday Super Finals Day. It is an early chance. Zierot couldn't get on the right contact. Zamponia battling. She's back from injury. South Perth Alliance back in possession. Harrell out wide to Zierot. Shot there, side netting. And seemed the ball just drifted out of play first. So West Coast Cobras side ball. Zamponia to Cochran. All down the line, Silva battling, and she loses out. South Perth ball. Zierot, Harrell. Back to Zierot, holding it up well. All around the corner to Harrell. Pressure there from Zamponia was good. Similar with Papalia. She couldn't keep that one in. Side ball there, turned over. Here's Spadano. Out wide. Ball back across. Vital interception there. EJ Silva sees it into touch. Look at the replay there. It was going to drift to the back post. Well covered, EJ Silva. So if you have a look at the ladder, it was South Perth Alliance a whopping 12 points behind Coburn Wolves in second. What a season they had. 18 wins, 3 losses. 113 goals scored. It's one of the seasons for the history books. However, now when we reach these semi-finals, it's all or nothing, anyone's game. Of course, one of those losses did come against the West Coast Cobras down here in Lakelands earlier in the season. So we'll see what transpires this evening. And of course, the West Coast Cobras, an up and down season. They just managed to get into the top 4 by 1 point from the ferocious Furia Futsal Club. They had 10 losses, 5 draws and 10 wins, 5 draws and 6 losses. With 73 goals scored, 58 conceded. And it was very tight between 3rd to 5th on the final match day. And Deaners managed to get higher up the ladder, 3rd position. They're playing at 6:30, obviously, against Coburn Wolves. And the West Coast Cobras obviously 1 point behind them on 35 and 1 point behind them, Furia. So after a long, grueling season, 21 games played, it's heartbreak for Furia that just couldn't manage to squeeze in. Bit of miscommunication. I can't get my words out, but a bit of a miscommunication there And Gabauer, lucky not to get caught out. Ball down to Spadano. Shots blocked, corner again. Harrell, chip ball over the top. Glanfield. Back to Del Busco. Glanfield again. Ball inside, vital touch, Zamponia, and comfortably, Gabauer will collect that one. Ball's out. Referee Arden Yilmaz in a conversation with Harrell, but it is a Cobras ball. Bit of a few smiles in the crowd. Brooke, Spencer, getting pressed by Zamponia. Sorry. Here is Zamponia in possession. It was Spadano that was pressing Spencer earlier. That chip ball through, out of play. Long ball, good little touch there, out to zero. Crystal Brook, vital interception, ball around the corner. Harrell's going to get to that one with a good interception. Spadano, that's a piercing ball. Harrell just couldn't control that one. And after an interception, it's going to be Gabauer's ball. Harrell not happy with that. And if we have a look at the WSL top scorers, Camille Harrell, the top scorer overall this season amongst these two sides. 17 goals, she's had a dominant season. And of course, for the assists, Spadano with 12, Harrell with 11. So Camille Harrell, she's actually had quite a great season for South Perth Alliance. 28 goal contributions in 21 games is not something that goes by every season, so she's done very well. Here could be another assist. It's off the post though by Ziero. Have a look at the replay here. So unlucky. Harrell almost got another assist to her tally. So Cobras dodge a bullet there. 3 minutes into this contest. And now Ranieri and Soyi check on. Soyi has been a great addition for the West Coast Cobras. Obviously, she was introduced as, here she is! And roar about there! What an impact, Soyi! Through the legs of Del Busco. Her second touch into the game. And the West Coast Cobras take an early lead. Unbelievable.
24 goals.
Just as she comes off the bench, instant impact through the legs. And the West Coast Cobras lead the contest. Not many had predicted this. Coming into the match. What a semi-final we have in store. 0 now. How will South Perth Alliance respond? Plenty of time, nevertheless. Long ball. Not finding anyone. West Coast Cobras can go again. As we're giving Soyi praise about her introduction into the season. Just got qualified for finals. Just won player of the round as well as getting into the team of the week. She's been a great introduction to the West Coast Cobras. So clinical in front of net. And here on the biggest stage for women's futsal, she finds the opening in this semi-final. Can they bookmark themselves to our finals day next week? Deflected shot there, wide, corner ball. Nascent and McCartney, latecomers for South Perth Alliance, now making way to the bench. See if they can have an impact on the match. 0 down the line, Spadano. So, a bit of miscommunication there, not sure why it's a retake, but nonetheless, here we go. Gabauer clears that one away. Soyi slipping through, gets the foul called. Does well. Now that brings the tally up to 2 fouls for South Perth Alliance. Spencer resumes us. Referee tells her to bring her back. As we mentioned, top goal scorers. It's been Zamponia for the West Coast Cobras that have been the most clinical and most lethal. What a season she's had as well. 14 goals, 12 assists, 26 goal contributions in 21 games. Exceptional season from her. Spadano driving inside, goes for the shot. Great save there, Gabauer. Zero. Ball inside. All the way left. And Cobras resume possession. Ranieri. Ball wide. Spencer back to Ranieri. Ball through. Heavy into touch. It's a great press there. EJ Silva. Soyi comes across. Here's Zero now. Soyi almost getting that one, but Spadano was the free. Was the free man. But that was a great interception there. Set the Alliance. Get us back underway. Back to Mazzuti. Zero. For the switch. There it is. Finding Spadano. Goes for the toe poke side netting. Spencer checks off. Palia back on. Ranieri. Ball through. A bit too heavy. Palia couldn't control that one. Ball across. Mazzuti trying to take on Soyi. Couldn't do so. Soyi doing well. Holds it up well. Still in possession. Going to play Ranieri. She looks for the ball inside. Palia try to lay it off for Soyi. Bit of a heavy touch though, and that one's out of play. Ball chipped down. Sent her first stint. Finding Spadano. She somehow kept it in. And then still in. Thought that was going to say corner ball. And that's a vital interception there. EJ Silva breaking at speed. Goes for the shot. Del Busco forced into the save. Soyi, Ranieri, Chekhov, Brooke and Morby for her first stint. Gabriella Morby. It's ball down the line. Spadano intercepts that one. Brooke looking to go for the shot. Couldn't get past Spadano. Silva though ends up with possession. Gabauer. Nice little toe poke. Bit too heavy though. And out of play. All there, out for a corner. Spadano down the line. McCartney back to Spadano. Still driving. Palia comes across and pinches her pocket. And here she's driving at speed out wide to Morby. Goes for the shot, just wide of the target. Del Busco, short to McCartney. And if we remember, this time last year, South Perth Alliance. Hold on a second, here's Brooke driving inside. Papalia, shot, it's saved on the follow-up. Morby, can she get a shot off? Great challenge there, Mazzuti. Still going Morby, and Mazzuti again sees that one out of play. But the West Coast Cobras ever so closer to finding a second. There's now a timeout called for South Perth Alliance. They'll get that when they're back in possession. Shot there. Silva into touch. Down the line, Brooke, shot, blocked. Papalia going around the corner, asking for the foul, nothing called. It's now timeout called for South Perth Alliance. Be back with you in just a moment. back underway. West Coast Cobras very happy with the start they've made. One step forward, one step up into the door of the semi-final berth. Wait and see how the rest of this contest plays out. Still plenty of time to go. Bit of an early timeout there by Roberto Boy. Obviously, South Perth Alliance maybe tweaking a few things, not happy with how the match is going. As we mentioned earlier, this time last year, South Perth Alliance, after a dominating season in the 23-24 summer season, they finished top. And of course, it was the Coburn Wolves, that squeezed into finals in fourth position, and actually beat them. So we'll see if the same occurs this evening. If after such a dominating season for South Perth Alliance, they will fall short to the fourth placed West Coast Cobras. Long ball there. Spencer sees it out of play. Crystal Brook asking for a bit more movement up top from Zamponia. Here she is in possession, flicking that wide. And no amount of movement from Zamponia was going to get her on the end of that one. Mazzuti to Dalbusco. No short, Spadano chips that one down the line. Brooke uses her physicality well. She's going to try and shepherd it, wins the foul instead. No foul called, side ball Cobras. The scent has to be careful. Ball long, Papale couldn't get on the end of it. Side ball, South Perth Alliance. And Spencer goes for the shot, it's blocked well. Spencer again, goes for a little layoff. The scent getting hustled here is Brooke, and she does well to win the goalie ball for her side. Kabauer going long, almost finding one of the two. Briscoe then looking to go long, and that one's into touch from McCartney. Ranieri to Spencer, great press there, Zero. Out of play. Out wide, Papalia, Ranieri. Spadano gets the touch off, but then Gabauer sees it long. Harrell to hit inside. Finding Zero. Trying to take on Papale. Couldn't do so. Here she is, goes for the shot, blocked by Harrell. Zamponia's shot over the bar. Long ball now. Trying to find the run of McCartney, just a bit too heavy. Gabauer's ball once again. Bit of aerial ping pong at the moment. That was a great touch there by Spencer. Asking for the foul, nothing called. Ranieri. Little chip all over the top. Again, too heavy for Zamponia to control. Harrell. McCartney. Zero. McCartney. Ball across, Harrell. Chip ball down the line, delightful for Zero. Holds it up well, tries to get past two, does so, goes for the shot. And my oh my, what a goal that would have been. It just hit the post and out of play. So after a lightning 2 minutes after the timeout for South Perth Alliance, West Coast Cobras have called theirs. So we'll be back with you in just a moment. So we're back underway. Gabauer going long and straight into the netting. Lucky there from Gabauer, just a bit too much on the throw. South Perth Alliance resuming possession. It's been very tight first half of action. Both sides had their chances. West Coast Cobras, though, want to take the opportunity. That's a great challenge. EJ Silva, Zero can get the shot off, and then on the follow-up, it goes into touch. Corner ball, SBA. Nice little crowd forming for them. Zero goes for the shot, blocked. Crystal Brook, Zero. What an addition she's been for South Perth Alliance. Not only in the women's game, helping with the coaching with Roberto Boy for the MSL. They had such a great season. South Perth Alliance, they just fell short in the final quarter, dropping down to 4th, but still making a semi-final. Zero was instrumental to that, and now for the Women's Supa-Liga making 1st. Can have a look at her stats quickly. I'll bring that up in a moment. She's been very strong. That experience, not often you have a women's Serie A player amongst your ranks. Same with Spadano, futsal route. Such a strong side. If you do beat them, you'd have all the confidence to go all the way. And the task is there for the West Coast Cobras. Can they? That's the question. Spadano ball inside. Zero, as we mentioned, you see moments like that, little dummy. But here's So-Yi, blocked. Zero sliding in. Harrell out wide. McCartney. So-Yi comes across again. Looks to take her down the line, and they win the corner. West Coast Cobras. South Perth Alliance have to be careful. That was another opportunity that goes a-begging for the West Coast Cobras. Could have doubled their lead. Brooke taking her time for the corner. This one's going to go inside. It's well worked. EJ Silva on the follow-up. Shots blocked. That was exceptional set piece from the West Coast Cobras. We can see So-Yi put in a little block. Silva got the shot off. It was just blocked by Del Busco. Great initial save, and then the block by, I believe, Spadano was exceptional as well. What a match we have in store. Been treated to 2 excellent men's Supa-Liga semi-finals last night. 3-2 for the West Coast Cobras, 7-1 for Rockingham Cumbria Cumbre. And these women's matches, obviously the second semi-final at 6:30. It's here's Zero. And again, that chance goes astray. She beat Gabauer, but just couldn't slot it in. Unlucky there, Zero. It's going to come, though. A lot of positivity coming from her bench. Gabauer going long. It's an excellent throw. Finally get the shot off, but wide of the target. Harrell going for a nice little forward movement. Spadano. Harrell gets her pocket picked, but then on the follow-up with Spadano. Here's Harrell now. Gets her shot off, but it's blocked perfectly by Brooke. She's battling with Harrell. Well done, Brooke. Here's Spencer on the break. Papalia. Del Busco. Here comes So-Yi. And it's seen into touch. Great little possessions there by the West Coast Cobras. Brooke makes way to the bench. Ranieri back on. So-Yi. Papalia. That's a nice switch of play. Spencer. Ranieri. Out of play. Here's So-Yi once again. Goes one way. Plays Spencer. Ranieri. Hits the non-functional scoreboard. Ranieri. And Harrell. Spadano. All 4 Cobras behind the ball now. Spadano. McCartney. Zero. Ball across. Out of play. Spadano makes way to the bench. Wan checks on. South Perth Alliance. Harrell battling hard. She finds Zero. McCartney. Harrell. Takes it down the line, gets the shot off. Gabauer stands strong. And of course, West Coast Cobras, they looked at one stage to be title contenders for the league. Spencer, good interception there. But as we entered the last quarter of the season, they had to play South Perth Alliance twice. Had a big match-up, I believe, with Furia and Deaners. And they got on a bit of a losing streak. Cumbrae on the final match day was the win that they needed to see them in fourth. And the reason for their misfortune, that series of losses, they were very undermanned. Not a lot of availability from their key players, and I believe they played South Perth Alliance here a few weeks back, got smashed, and they only had a couple on the bench. So it's good to see tonight. They've come with a full side and they've brought the match to South Perth Alliance. They made an early statement, 1-0. South Perth Alliance know that it's what they've got to play for. They've got to come from behind. Zamponia from range gets a shot off almost. We know how lethal she is. 14 goals this season. Have a look at the replay here, double scope. It's always going to be a comfortable save though.
Sarah, next up.
Here's Spencer into Soyi. Uses her body well, flicks it to Ranieri. And that shot miscued and out of play.
Get there first. Let's go.
McCartney, Harrell. McCartney again, finding one. Harrell, one's made a great run. She goes for the shot. Great save, Bauer again. It was destined for that bottom left-hand corner. Bauer stands strong when her team needs her most. Soyi with the press, does well. Wan just has to see it out of play. It's very quiet. The South Perth Alliance bench, not a lot of enthusiasm from most of the subs. Been shocked here by the West Coast Cobras. They look over at their bench. They look very excited at the opportunity that it has presented itself. So you're asking for the foul, nothing called. Long ball now, Zamponia flicks it wide and it's into touch. Maybe history will repeat itself. First v fourth, fourth victory, fourth maybe to win the whole thing. Wait and see. Cochrane, her pass, loses out. Here's one, goes for the theatrical shot. But Zamponia worked hard and sees that one out for a corner. Harold checks off. Glanfield back on. Roberto Boy, head coach, both the women's and the men's. 2 semi-finals. He couldn't get the victory last night. Can he get it tonight? Side ball now. Cobras as we enter the last 4 minutes of play. Morby back on for her second stint rather. Spencer out wide. Zamponia. Sells the dummy, but Zierot pounces like a cat looking for the ping pong ball. And the shot though by McCartney just goes wide. Gebauer. That was a bit too heavy for Morby to control. McCartney off. Spadano back on. Can she lift her side with all that experience she gained as a futsal route? Ball out wide now. Zierot inside. Spadano tries to get past Morby. Does so through the legs. Still going. Great footwork out wide. Brooke, though, was strong, and now she's driving down the line. Can she get the shot off? She looks to square it. One intercepts well, and now she drives forward. Switches it to Zierot. Takes on Spencer. Still going Zierot. Sliding Spencer. Shot through the middle. Brooke now breaking its speed, and her pass wide. Bit too heavy for Morby to control. It's end-to-end now, as both sides look to open up. Pass to Spadano. Sierra couldn't control that one as she makes way for sub Mazzuti back on. Long ball now, Gebauer. Zamponia flicks it through. Side ball now for the Cobras. 3 minutes left. Brooke finding Spencer. Good physicality shown by Mazzuti. And she wins the side ball well. For the 1-2 here, back to Glanfield. Ball played in the middle, on the follow-up, Brooke! Brooke, great challenge. Zamponia, Silva, sells one, plays across, on the shot, and there we go! West Coast Cobras make it 2! Papalia, EJ Silva with the assist. Absolutely brilliant. And the West Coast Cobras, they look to be open up, but then Brooke, great challenge. She played Zamponia, who played Silva, who played Papalia. And they double their lead, the West Coast Cobras. Brilliant. Team goal there by the West Coast Cobras on the counter-attack. Spanano out wide, but a bit too heavy. Side ball. All down the line now, Silva. And Spanano sees that one to touch. West Coast Cobras been brilliant so far. Zamponia. Bit of a heavy touch, but she recovers well. Back to Ranieri. She switches it wide. Glanfield was on her toes. Sees that one into touch. Zamponia, Silva. Back to Zamponia. Finding Papalia. It's a great play, but a handball in the build-up. So free kick here for South Perth Alliance as we approach half-time. Ball flick through. Heavy. Cobra side ball. Ranieri, little check. Gabauer going long. Spanano controls it. She's driving forward, flicks it wide. EJ Silva defends strong. And Spanano from the side ball. They need to find one before half time. West Cobras, they probably want to make it a third. That squaring ball was brilliant. Mazzuti though couldn't get the shot on target. She went out for his side ball. Nice little dummy there, but Mazzuti comes across. They have to be careful here, the Cobras. Gabauer, good double save there. Caught into action once again, and she stands strong. Mazzuti, Glanfield, shot again, blocked. Zamponia, sorry, Palia. Ball played across, all the way out. Brooke, of course, captaining the West Coast Cobras. She's had a great stint so far. Still, only half the job's done. A bit of fifth man for South Perth Alliance. We'll wait and see what the second half has in store. But we know how experienced they are. And Roberto Boy not afraid to pull that trigger. Double sco out wide. Harrell. And I'm not even sure if West Coast Cobras have had much experience defending fifth man. We'll wait and see. So you back on, Ranieri off. Zamponia flicking that one through. Paolo couldn't get on the end of it. Long ball. Spadano trying to flick it on target. Carroll for Spadano. Ball slipped through. Papalia tracking well. Out of play. It's a nice little ball to Glanfield. She holds it up well, tries to flick it through. Brooke, though, that's a brilliant interception. Now she's driving at pace, needs options, tries to flick it wide. Will roll out of play. Zamponia trying to find Soyi, couldn't do so. Spadano driving, Spadano! Toe poke with a lot of venom, just wide of the target. Again, it's these half chances that South Alliance have to look to capitalise on. Maybe here's one, Spadano squaring it, Harrell, back to Spadano, still going. Cobras have gotten back now. Soyi comes across and thought maybe a foul was going to be called there. So a bit of miscommunication here, a bit of confusion, but it is a South Alliance ball. And it's played through for Mazzuti. Shots off! Gabauer does well. She rolls it off Brooks' foot. Spencer does well, gets past one. Zamponia, Soyi, out wide to Brooke. Can she find the back post? Dal Busco, that was vital. If it got through, it would have been a third for the Cobras. Have a look at the replay. Spencer made that back post run. Dal Busco did well. Flicked ball. Spencer, brilliant footwork. Soyi, oh! Almost finding the run of Spencer. Long ball now. Other play. Gabauer finds Soyi. Mazzuti does well. Cobras have to try and hang on till half time without conceding. Gabauer now. Mazzuti intercepting again. Gets into touch. Brooke. Find Zamponia. Long ball. Gabauer's. She goes long again. Harrell coming across. Hits the netting. Side ball Cobras. So that will see us for this first half of action. Maybe just a shot from this side ball. Said Brooke. Just sees the half out. And so far, what a display we've seen. 2 goals to the good for the West Coast Cobras. We'll be back with you just after this ad break.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week in Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
And we are back underway after the half-time interval. Not many had predicted this, not sort of nutmeg that, but not many had predicted this coming into this contest. 2 goals to the good. It's still well in the balance though. Next goal will tell us a lot about how this match will fare. Roberto Boy, Milan Rosic for the coaching staff of South Perth Alliance, and we'll be thinking about 5th man if it continues to stay at a 2-goal or more lead. But maybe if they pull one back through just 4 on the court, it might just stay the same and see how they fare until the later stages of the second half. That shot there. Side netting after a little deflection off the Cobra. Spadano, ball inside, McCartney swinging a miss. Ball over the top, all the way for Del Bosco. What a moment it would be for West Coast Cobras as a club. Men's and women's finalists. Coburn Wolves did it in the winter season. Gives them the biggest chance of winning both. Spencer rather, for Brooke. Del Bosco forced into the save. Here comes Silva. Spadano sees it into touch. Here's Silva. And that one's nowhere near the target. So we resume play. 0. McCartney. 0. Ball played through. McCartney doing well. Flicks it wide. Can she get the shot off? But again, Brooke sliding and seeing that one for a corner ball. McCartney inside. Brooke again intercepting 0. Spadano! Pulled a shot to the near side. So we can see South Perth Alliance now wanting them to drop, forcing the West Coast Cobras to play short. Gabao still electing to go long there. And South Perth Alliance retain possession. 0. Couldn't conjure much up from that little spell of attack. McCartney. Gabauer spills it. Spadano coming in. And then the sent. Again, Brooke sliding. Here's Papalia now looking to 1v1. 0 comes across though for the outnumber. And South Perth Alliance regain possession once again. Ball out wide. And it falls to Gabauer. So we can hear from the South Perth Alliance bench. They sit deep as soon as that first pass is played. Then they look to break. Brooke, she's put in a big stint in the opening 2 minutes of stop clock. She makes her way to the bench. Ranieri back on. Spadano inside. 0. Back row. Spadano! Can she get the finish? She can't! Again, it's saved by Gabauer. What a match she's having. Ball played across. Intercepted by Spencer. Inside balls aren't really working for South Perth Alliance. Ranieri fouling 0. It's a free kick here. McCartney over it. Sierra Spadano, far flank. She goes for the shot instead. Spencer intercepting. It's out for a side ball. Little Cobras contingent on the left side of the grandstand. They're happy with what they've seen so far. Morby back on. You'll remember the winter seasons. Semi-final Ranieri. They beat the Western Devils 1-0, and Ranieri was instrumental in that contest. Again, South Perth Alliance just can't find that finish. Pass to the back post a bit too heavy. Have a look here at the replay. McCartney almost, sorry, the scent almost getting on the end of it. Spencer, side ball, Cobras. Ball inside, Zero intercepting well. Spencer putting in a bit of a challenge shot. Again, South Perth just can't. And now the crowd's getting frustrated. Bench is getting a bit frustrated. Maybe it just won't be their night. Wait and see. Long ball into the netting. Here's McCartney. Back to Zero. Driving forwards. Just for the shot around the corner. Little back roll. Here's Morby. Still going. Zero gets a shot. Morby blocks. Spadano into the danger area. And Zero again. Just can't find the finish. It's unlucky. South Perth Alliance. Long ball. McCartney covering it away. Spadano. Back roll. McCartney toe poke wide. Ranieri, wide for Soyi. Still going Soyi. Across Sierra. And it's a South Perth ball. Slight deflection off Soyi, I think, on the follow-up. Spadano for Harold. Back roll for Spadano. Soyi's on the scene though. Spadano stands strong, goes for the toe poke. Gabawa once again. Brilliant. Short to Ranieri. She's going long. Soyi, heavy touch. Spadano comes across, chips it well. Ranieri clears it away from danger. Have a look again at the shot from Spadano. Well saved, Gabawa. Play resumes. Harold shot blocked, corner. It's almost as if these semi-finals ignite something in these Cobras women. They just take it up another level. Ball inside, Brooke intercepting. Now she's got the speed. She's just come off the bench for a sub. She wins the side ball. And of course, in 8 minutes' time, the other women's semi-final takes place. So the winner of this playing the winner of that. Of course, we'll see what transpires. Obviously, Andina's Coburn Wolves, 2 quality opposition. Noi Picau has been in Golden Glove form. See how both those sides go. It's going to be a nail biter. So make sure you tune into that after this. Mazzuti trying to turn EJ Silva, couldn't do so. Zierro, great little challenge there. Tries to flick it wide. So he intercepts this time. She passes it straight to Harold. Here's Mazzuti. Crystal using her physicality well. And it's out for a side ball. Mazzuti inside. Zierro still going. Shot over the butt. Little appeals for a handball, but nothing much in it. Zamponia back on. Gabauer going long. It's a great little touch there, Zamponia. Tries to drift it wide. It's into touch. Spadano. Harrell. Spadano. Is this the moment? Side netting again. For SBA. Unlucky. Zamponia has a bit of space. The throw's heavy. Looks to control it. Couldn't do so. Harrell. Dabusco. Just going long. Little chip ball. Out of play once again. Silva. Silva, nice little interception. All the way back for Gabauer. She's going long. Silva got a head on it. But not goalward. Out of play. Fontanabali. First stint for her. See how she goes. Ball out wide. Spadano. Fontanabali. Back to Spadano. Soyi coming across. The pressure comes. It's going to go back to Mazzuti, you expect. Dabusco rather. She's going long. Soyi, strong header. And big applause from her bench. They're up in arms. Side ball for South Perth Alliance. Dabusco. Going long. Spadano. Fontanabali. Still going Fontanabali. Shot up for a corner. It's been a great defensive display from West Coast Cobras. Clinical on the counter. And now they're defending their lead well. Out wide for Mazzuti. Trying to turn Zamponia. Couldn't do so. Results for Gabauer. Ranieri down the line. Zamponia. All inside. Couldn't find Kim Soyi. For the 1-2, Fontanabali coming across. Harrell. Still going Harrell. Hitting the basketball netting. Couldn't find the futsal goal. It just seems to be attack for South Perth Alliance. Surely, at any moment the floodgates will open. Wait and see. Ball played out wide. Spadano. She used her experience to muster a comeback. Soyi again, getting ahead on it, seeing it into touch. These Cobras women have been so strong so far. Can they hold on? We've still got plenty of time left. 10 minutes of stop clock. Will feel like an eternity for Coach Annie Farrell. But surely, just surely, you feel it's only a matter of time before South Perth Alliance pull one back. Ball out wide. Spencer, a bit of a heavy touch. Mazzuti pounces on the scene. Ball inside, looking for the 1-2. Out wide for Harrell. Still going Harrell. Ball inside. Fontanabali. Spadano goes for the ball across. Harrell. Again, Gabauer standing strong. Rolls it out for Spencer. Ranieri looking for the 1-2. Too heavy though. Another play. For Harrell. Back across. Ranieri could have left it. Gabauer asking for the pass back. Huge appeals from South Perth Alliance bench, but I don't think that was a pass back. Just deflected off Ranieri. Better boy not happy at all. Long ball. Resuming play now. A bit of a technical difficulty. A scoreboard, but we're all back on the way. Ball inside. Brook does well to win back possession for Cobras. Silva trying to flick it through to Brook. Bali defends strong though. Seem to touch. Ball down. Brook, nice little target. Hold up play. Oh my word, what a goal, Crystal Brook! Brilliant target play, and she makes it 3 for the West Coast Cobras. Look at the replay here.
22 goal.
Textbook target play. Holds it up well. Gets the shot off. Dabusco went low. She went high.
22 goal.
And the West Coast Cobras make it 3.
8 assists.
So we'll be back with you in just a moment as the timeout is called for South Perth Alliance.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week, Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
And call for South Perth Alliance as predicted. 8 minutes 38 left on the clock. 3 goal the deficit. All the experienced hands at the back 3 for South Perth Alliance, and they've got Contabali and Harrell as the 2 up the top. We'll see if this could be their fortune or their misfortune. Brook almost finding another finish. There's going to be opportunities for the Cobras. If they can find them, if they can take them, they will be set for a grand final appearance for the 2nd season in a row. Zero Spadano, they're the ones conducting the 5th man. All the experience, all the time Zero had in Italy, all the time Spadano had as a futsal and in Italy. Can they find the back of the net? But here's Brook. Zero, that's a vital challenge, saving a goal. Now Spencer out wide. Brook trying to get past Constantine Bali, but it rolls all the way for Howell. Zero. Harold. Zero. Spadano. Zero. Spadano. Zero. They're building here, getting deeper into the Cobras half. Can they find a golden opportunity to strike against Gabauer? Spadano. She gets the shot off. 3 Cobras pounce on the scene. Spencer gets the shot off then. Battling. Here's Kontinabali. Shots blocked. So Yi. Papalia. And she wins the side ball. And we can all just take a deep breath. And reset once again. Busco back in net. Brook down the line. Papalia looking to turn, asking for the foul. Nothing called. Zero. Fifth man set up once again. Ball out wide. Harrell! And they've done it! Pulled one back, South Perth Alliance. West Coast Cobras got a bit too central. Have a look here. All within a couple of metres of each other. And Harrell, good finish. But West Coast Cobras had to defend that better. And maybe, just maybe, the margin now 2. Just feel they're gonna get the 3 back. West Coast Cobras are gonna have to try and score a couple more if they want to get this win this evening. It's 6 minutes 42 as here's on the follow-up. Gabauer with the save. Did exceptionally well. As we're saying, West Coast Cobras are gonna have to score a couple more. You feel with all this momentum now, the crowd in their favour. Here's So Yi. Can she get one back though? Wide. That was a golden chance for the Cobras. Del Busco made herself big. As now Cobras drop into their diamond shape. Seconds tick down. Spadano, Zero. Too deep. The West Coast Cobras have to apply more pressure on ball. Ball cut across, but Brook defends well. What a finale we have in store. Don't go anywhere. I know the other women's matches just started, but final stages here. Then you can tune back into that one. Ball out wide. Spadano. Zero. This is a moment to press if West Coast Cobras can conjure it up. Back to Zero. They've worked it out. Onto the opposite flank with the outnumber. Brook, though, working overtime. And a little update in the other match. It's 1-0 for the Coburn Wolves, leading Andinas only 90 seconds into that match. So will the Coburn Wolves be in back-to-back grand finals? Stay tuned in that match after this one. Ball out wide, Spencer does well, looking to turn, asking for the foul. Nothing called. And big appeals. I'm not actually sure why from South Perth Alliance side, but we resume play. Zero. Does well, Zero. Ball to Spadano. So Yi, Spadano, shot, blocked. Harrell now. Chips it over the top to Zero. She gets a toe poke off and it's deflected wide. Corner ball. Another minute tick down. 5:07 on the clock. Fifth man working a treat for South Perth Alliance so far. Spadano chips it delightfully for Harrell. And then Ranieri comes across and sees that into touch. Ball inside, Ranieri gets a touch in it, it's rolling! It's not rolling on goal. South Perth Alliance will look to go once again. West Coast Cobras still have their timeout in store. See when Annie Farrell looks to use it. After conceding, they've defended a lot better. But here's Spadano. She's lethal. Goes across. Ranieri, she can get this on target. It's a goal. It's rolling. Again, just wide of the target. They're going to have to be more clinical, the West Coast Cobras, if they want to see this one out. Zero. Spadano. 2 required for extra time. 3 for the win. 0. Spadano. 0. Out wide. And she had 2 options and cut them in half. 4 minutes 17 left on the clock. Brooke. Pressure came from Konstanabali. She wins the side ball. Ball down the line for Harold. 0. Spadano. 0, and it's a loose pass. West Coast Cobras can look to go quick here. Harold's retreating straight to goal. 0. Spadano intercepting well on the opposite flank. And 0 had a good point there. As there's Silva wide of the target. Here's Harold. So much on the line in these final 3 minutes and 57 seconds. 0. Spadano again. They haven't changed the 5. South Perth Alliance have been working a treat. Konstanabali trying to get past Brooke. Not many have done so successfully this evening. And it's for Gabauer. Out wide, Papalia. She's got some space to work. Looks to feed it through, but she wins the side ball. Does well. South Perth go for a quick keeper change. Brooke doing brilliantly. Now she's battling on the follow-up. Here's Spencer. Silva, rather. And it's wide of the target again. Here's 0. Huge press here by Silva. It's made some space in behind, though. Here's Harold. Glanfield at the back post, just couldn't see it goalward. Ranieri back on. The big solid defensive force for the West Coast Cobras. Can she see this one out? Valuable minute ticked on. 3:22 on the clock. Gabauer. She's going to go long again. Papalia. Doesn't get much on it. It's for Dabusco. Drops it for 0. This is an opportunity to press. Cobras don't do so. They're sort of in a no man's land. So Papalia now, they elect to drop back into their half. 0. Harold. She's got all this space to work with, but she finds 0. The middle's open. Holding it up well. Spadano. Back across for Harold. Down the line. Pass was mis-executed. Cobras regain possession. Spencer, Brooke. It looks like they're most likely going to defend this 2-goal margin, not look to score. There have been opportunities to do so. Harold. 0. Wide, and again the pass goes astray. Good play. Cobras can go again. Brooke. Ranieri. Just a little ball inside, but Papali had moved to the near flank. South Perth Alliance regain possession. All out wide, 0. They have to pull one back. the next minute or so to really have an opportunity to take it to extra time. Ziera, McCartney, Harrell, McCartney, out wide, Ziera, down the line, Nascent, shots on target, it's saved by Gabawa, ball across, Papalia clears it into touch. They defend exceptionally well, Cobras. McCartney, Harrell, McCartney, Ziera, toe poke, blocked, Spencer. Little opportunity was defended well. Ball out wide, Nascent rolls under her foot. Cobras possession, minute 54 on the clock. Ranieri, Spencer, perhaps for Papalia as she made way to the bench. Silva, out of play, you can see the four. They've been trusted for the Cobras, they've defended brilliantly, fifth man. Down the line, Spencer holding it up, taking valuable seconds off the clock. Still going, Ziera now. It's possession loss by Spencer. Ranieri, back to Spencer. Does brilliantly, Spencer, great footwork, still going Spencer. Tries to get the foul, nothing called. Spadano at pace, Gabawa saves. And it's out for a side ball. Harrell now makes way into the attacking half. Minute 27, ball across. Ziera, Harrell, shot, and it's found the back of the net, and my oh my, we're not done just yet. Minute 23 on the clock. Gabawa, she was beat. Have a look at the replay here. It's a bit blindsided. Didn't have the near post covered. Oh, a bit of deflection as well. So minute 23. Maybe Cobras undoing that they weren't looking to score. Just hold on to the 2-goal lead. But this could seal it. It's maybe a foul. Nothing called. Del Busco going long. Nascent through her legs. Gabawa's going to collect that one. Does so. Clock ticks down. She goes long. Little seconds again. It's goalie ball now as Harrell makes way. Harrell for McCartney. Is now just under a minute to go. Ziera. EJ Silva, brilliant press. Can they seal it? Ziera stands strong. Ranieri! Over the bar. That was the moment. Just a bit too much on it. But it was a brilliant press by EJ Silva. 40 seconds and 45 rather. Ziera. They're building well into their attacking half. Harrell, Ziera, still going. Silva out wide. They split the middle. The shot's on target. Spilling was Gabawa. She saves though. Out wide. Tatum Spencer winning the side ball. No. It's for South Perth Alliance. Back for McCartney. Ball across. Spadano defending brilliantly. Silva goes long. And more seconds tick off the clock. McCartney out wide. Harrell! Oh my word! Can you believe it? Can Harrell makes it 3-3 with just under 10 seconds left on the clock. And we're going to extra time. Unbelievable.
Number 6 goal.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable action here at Lakelands. Just when you thought Cobras had done enough, South Perth Alliance did enough to equalise. As that shot just goes wide and it's full time. We're going to extra time. 2 5-minute stints of stop clock. So we'll be back with you in just a moment as we all take a deep breath. My oh my, what action we've experienced here. So after everyone takes a deep breath, Cam Harrell puts the regular shirt back on and got 2 halves of 5 minutes of stop clock. We'll see how we go. West Coast Cobras, they were better when both sides were 4-on-4. However, that's a big mental loss to be 3 goals up and then concede 3, especially in the last 11 seconds to lose to draw the contest and send it to extra time. So we'll see if South Perth Alliance can ride the momentum or how West Coast Cobras will respond. Have to be mentally strong in these moments. Ball played across, but are not heavy touch. Wide of the target. Bauer going to Brook. Zamponia flicked inside Soyi. Zamponia, can she? It's blocked by Ziero. Zamponia gets the ball quick. Goes down the line. Brook cutting one way, finding Papalia. Tries to flick it inside, losing out. A little breaking opportunity. South Perth Alliance. Sent out wide. Resetting to Ziero. Spadano trying to find Nascent, couldn't do so. Flick ball wide though, it's miscued. Gabal collects that one from range. Zamponia, Soyi control that one, but it was a great little ball.
No timeout.
Dell. Spadano shot blocked there. Brooks still driving forwards. It's out of play. Spadano. Ziero. Spadano flicking it through. Ziero! Shot! Just wide of the target. Unlucky there. Down there, Ziero. Cobras look to be mentally down. So they respond. It's a big deficit to come down from 3 goals. So we'll see how they can respond. Now, the South Perth Alliance bench is up in arms. Cobras a bit deflated. You can see how just a minute can change proceedings. Spencer trying to flick it through, side ball. Zamponia, Brook, Spencer, flick it around the corner. Zamponia keeps it in play just in a sense there though. Back to Ziero. Spadano now. Little back roll. Ziero driving. Ziero! Good save, Gabauer. Sees it out of play. What a semi-final we have in store. Absolutely brilliant. Spadano and Ziero have been the MVPs of the contest. Ball back across, intercepted. Ziero shoots, deflected. It's a corner ball. Ziero just on the ground, make sure she's all right. 2 titans of West Australian futsal going up head to head. Extra time, 3 goals apiece. Where would you rather be on a Saturday night? Ball down the line, McCartney. Ziero. Back across, Nascent. Ziero, you can see Cobras are just sitting now. Ball played across, Brook sliding through the legs. And my oh my, that almost went into the back of the net. Ziero Big appeals from South Perth Alliance asking for the corner. Cobras ball, however, short to Zamponia. He's been under pressure, got no options. That one, shepherded out of play. Cobras hiding, not giving any support to their teammate. Everyone can just take another deep breath. Side ball Cobras. This proceedings just slows down. Silva. Spencer. All around the corner, she loses out. Cabal has come out. And Descent just couldn't take it around her. Another opportunity goes astray for SB8. Seen to the crowd. Silva. Spencer. Zamponia. Flicked around the corner. Spadano breaking at speed. Nascent. Silva does brilliantly to get a little touch in. McCartney, Zero. To McCartney. Wide. McCartney. Ball inside. Zamponia. Spencer. That's a nice little switch to Zamponia, but her shot goes astray. Chip ball over the top. Will it get there? Zamponia. Gabel is off her line. And she does well. Sit out for a corner. Caught in a bit of no man's land though. 90 seconds left of this first stint of extra time. Ball inside. Spencer intercepting. Ball to Papalia. Zamponia again. Looking for the switch. It's found Silva. Can she get the finish? On the follow-up, Papalia. Just wide. She thought Zamponia was going to go to it. But that was a golden opportunity for Cobras that goes astray once again. Spadano. McCartney. Just flick through for Spadano. Goes for the cut back. Holds possession well. Silva double teams. Seen into touch. Ball for Harrell. Can she get a fourth? Definitely contention for man of the match. Mazzuti out of the post. Subs roll on. Brooke, Ranieri. Gabauer to Brooke. Ranieri, Harrell again battling hard. On the hat trick, she wants a fourth. Ranieri switches it, Papalia. So-Yi, Papalia. Off balance, goes for the shot. Mazzuti coming across well. Harrell. Spadano. Ziera. Across, Mazzuti. Cutting inside. And she miscued that one. It's into touch. Brooke now. Inside for So-Yi. Touch and shot. There it is. And that wasn't far away at all. Dabusco with a save. Yep, corner ball. So-Yi. Down the line. Ranieri! The shot goes missing. So back for Dabusco. 18 seconds left on the clock. Short to Harrell. Spadana. Chip ball through. Mazzuti holding it up well. That's a delightful little back roll. Spadana! Brooke again. Vital challenge. It's out for a corner. Harrell's going to dart inside here. That's where it goes. Gabauer saves well. She goes short to Brooke. Goes for a clearance. Just to be careful there. Spadano. What a match she's played. She was alert to the press there. Into touch. So we'll see us for this first half. Extra time with Ranieri's chip ball. And we'll see us for this first half. We'll be back with you in just a moment. Ball out wide now as we get underway this second stint of extra time. Are we on our way to a penalty shootout? Surely not. Surely not. Long ball, Zero headers it to Mazzuti. Soyi's there. Ball through to Brooke. Back across, but to no one in particular. And a score update over in the other semi-final. I thought we'd be done well before, but we're both still live. It is 3-0 to Coburn Wolves, so they look like they're on their way to another grand final, third consecutive in the Supa-Liga. Soyi, great little physicality shown there. Great footwork, delightful. Back to Brooke. Spencer, flicking it through. Crystal, Brooke, heavy touch, out of play. Harrell, onto the Bali, kept in play. Back to Harrell. Zero. Harrell, ball inside. Wide, onto the Bali. Now collects that one. Short for Spencer. Ball down the line, all the way. Out of play as looks like EJ Silva and Mazzuti collided heads accidentally. So EJ Silva looks to be quite distressed. Yeah. You want to go on? So EJ Silva makes way to the bench. Soyi, Spencer, ball across. Soyi now, Soyi, Zamponia! And it hits the post, unbelievable! Cannot believe it, Zamponia moments away from taking the lead for Cobras once again. And Spadano, after a little sit on the bench, is straight back on. Harrell wasn't ready for that, but she's strong in the challenge. Here's Spadano, driving forwards, still going, gets the shot off! Good save, Gebauer, and it's out for a corner. Ball down, Spadano gets the shot off, it's on the line, Soyi saves. Absolutely brilliant, and they left Spadano free. Ranieri's back on. Will someone surely not take the lead in extra time, or we're going for a penalty shootout? Continabali, Spadano's made a darting run, Ranieri's across, Spadano still! Great challenge, Papalia, Harrell in possession, across to Ziero. Harrell, Continabali, inside, looking for the 1-2, Continabali. Score against her old club. Of the target. Bauer shot for Ranieri. These sides, they've given it everything this evening. Both taking deep breaths after that exchange in possession. Papalia, Soyi. Two professionals going head to head. Soyi, Ziero. Sierra comes out on top. Here's Del Busco. We mentioned at the start of the game it's going to take a huge effort to beat these league leaders. They've only lost 3 times this season. 2 minutes 20 left. Brooke! It's fallen to Spadano. She takes it down the line, but Ranieri with a vital interception. Here's Contanabali. It's almost through Gabauer. She saves. Short ball Ranieri. Down the line. That one's going to roll the way for Del Busco. Here's Del Busco going long. Spadano controls it well. Goes for the shot. Ranieri again says no. It's been a big stint from Zierro. Spadano barely substituted for their sides. Ball down the line. Contanabali rolls under her foot. Here's Del Busco. She goes long. Goes all the way long. Minute 56. Again. Here's Gabauer. Bit of a loose throw, but it works out. Papalia's pass goes astray. Side ball. South Perth Alliance, they can go again. Can they find a winner? Minute 51 on the clock. Ball across. Spadano finds Contanabali. Cobras can press this if they want to. They don't. They just elect to let South Perth Alliance have possession. Harrell, can she find the 4th to win the game? It's blocked. She looked for the back post pass. Brilliant deflection there from the Cobras. Harrell, ball inside, sliding, Contanabali, blocked. It's a 2-on-1 for the Cobras. Soyi, great skill. Final challenge by Spadano. Soyi still going. Ranieri coming across. Strong challenge. And Harrell flicks that one into touch, and my, South Perth Alliance millimetres away. As Ranieri makes way to the bench, big stint from her. Papalia flicks it, she's got to be careful here, Spadano. Here's Spadano, still going, tries to flick it wide. Couldn't do so. Soyi 1-on-1, that's where she's most effective, but the pass goes astray. Minute 6 left on the clock. Both sides heaving. Subs are rolling. The run of Nascent. She's got some space. Brooks there. Soyi's got to go wide. Spadano. Ball down the line. Bit heavy for Nascent. Papalia makes way to the bench. Huge effort. Silva's on. That's a good looking throw. Bit too heavy for Silva to control though. Ball played through. Brooke, brilliant strength. Ball's darting around. Brooke flicks it. Spencer saving her legs. Sees it into touch. Ball out wide. Spadano, that's a great little flick, but there's Brooke. Flicked through. Busco keeps it, otherwise it would have been a corner. Long ball. McCartney does well. Flicks it inside. Brooke again. Being one of the star ladies for the West Coast Cobras this evening. Absolutely brilliant in defence. Zierro, she's got a little pocket. Ball inside. Deflected, 32 on the clock. If you lost it now, it would be heartbreak. Zierro. Here comes Brooke, 3-on-2. She waits for the press. Flicks it for Soyi, who cuts inside. Asking for the foul. Spencer. Brooke. Back for Spencer. Soyi. Can they have one more shot on target? The West Coast Cobras. Flicks it around. Brooke sees it out for a side ball. 8 seconds left on the clock. Back for Brooke. Double deflection, Spencer, EJ Silva, it's blocked on the follow-up. Del Busco saves, and that will see us. We're going to penalties. We're going to penalties. Unbelievable. These sides couldn't be split, and now after the contest. First v fourth. Cobras have brought up to South Perth Alliance. They were 11 seconds away from taking the lead. And they, unfortunately, were equalised against from South Perth. And now, after 10 minutes of grueling extra time, we're going to penalties. So we're back with you in just a moment. We need to catch our breath here. So we are now here we are, penalty shootout, South Perth Alliance winning the toss, going first. Spadano with Gabawa. First penalty, she slots that top right-hand corner. Beautiful penalty, in fact. Not much Gabawa could do there. Have a look at the replay. Really good penalty, in fact. So it's DeLeo. She just stepped on and off. Her sole purpose was to take a penalty. So we'll see how she goes. Steps up and almost Del Busco saves, but DeLeo finds the back of the net and we're all square. Next, Cam Harrell. Got a hat trick already. Can she take the lead once again for South Perth Alliance? Steps up. And again, almost Gabawa getting a hand to it, but it's a well-taken penalty. Have a look at the replay again. And up next, Kim So-Yi for the West Coast Cobras to equalise. The ball laid flat, Kim So-Yi. She steps up. Del Busco staring her down. Kim So-Yi gets the finish. Equalises for the Cobras. Well done. Good penalty. Sent Del Busco the wrong way. And next, Ellis Glanfield, number 9, South Perth Alliance, take the lead once again. And Gabawa saves! Unbelievable! Put her body on the line and she's on the floor. Have a look at the replay here. Maybe hit her head. I think it did, so hopefully she's all right. That's literally the definition of putting your body on the line, and it doesn't sound very good at all. So we'll just take a little break here. So brilliant save by Gabauer. Ball hit her neck, but she has made way. She seems to be all right. So we'll resume the shootout. Zamponia next up, take the lead for the West Coast Cobras. Big moment. She steps up. A hush over Lakelands. And it's saved by Del Busco. And they're all square once again. Big moment as we reach our fourth take-up. All square once again. Kim McCartney for South Perth Alliance. So McCartney steps up and slots it bottom right-hand corner. Well taken penalty. Alliance regain the lead. EJ Silva for the Cobras up next. Here's Silva. Slots it in well. And now our fifth penalty taker after this sudden death. So we'll see if Ziero fifth take up. Big moment. Gabauer focused once again. Ziero. Steps up. Slots it down the middle. Gabauer committed to the left. And Papalia up next. Big applause for Del Busco. This is a big moment. All or nothing. Papalia. And she saves it. And the West Coast Cobras, they're gone. South Perth Alliance win on penalties, 4-3. What a semi-final we've just witnessed. 3-3 and then 4-3 to South Perth Alliance. These ladies put on a good show for themselves this evening. It was brilliant. It was energetic. It was raw. So they should all be very proud of themselves this evening. Unfortunately, West Coast Cobras, there had to be a loser this evening, and it was them. So thank you for joining us. We'll have stats on the screen shortly. So we'll see you for our grand final next week, which is West Coast Cobras up against the winners for the semi-final at the moment. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.